I'm Linda Kerkman, a Christian who lives in Elgin, Nebraska, the very center of the United States. And I've been asked if I would do a video to help you understand and to show you how to make diapers out of t-shirts for your little ones. First of all, I looked it up the other day, and so far I have made 1,053 diapers. That seems like a lot, but you only do 25 or 50 at a time and you send them off, and I've been doing this probably for about 10 years. So let's talk a little bit about what you're going to need. You'll need a t-shirt supply. In my judgment, it is best if you have XL, L size t-shirts. There are some XL women's t-shirts that work, but when you're discussing which kind of a t-shirt you want, you would like it to be 16 inches from this sleeve down to where the hem is. And you can see this one is only 15, but some babies are shorter, and so we're going to go ahead and use this one. So you would like them to be at least 16 inches long here, from here to here, because you're going to cut off this hem, and we're going to make a cut right here underneath the armpits. Now this is a 2X t-shirt, and you know, after you do it for a while, you're going to know that you can make a 2X work, even though it's pretty wide. This is a quilt cutter. They come in all different kinds. I particularly like this one because when I let go of it, the blade goes up. Now, there are others. I'll show you out in the other room because I think I have some of the others out in the other room. Okay, so then this gets discarded. What I do with this when I get done is that I split it up the middle, I fold it up, and I take it as rags to someone who does maintenance work on machinery, because it's good cloth, but I don't know what to make out of it. Now, if you, in your country, decide how you can make something out of it, go for it. But they make wonderful rags for all sorts of things. Okay, so now we're going to go down to the bottom, and we're going to cut off this hem. Okay? Yeah, I didn't push quite hard enough, and that will happen to you too. Or when your blade gets dull on your... Okay? So, then we're going to take this rectangle, we're going to turn it sideways. Okay? We're going to pick up about 3 inches. Just look by your hands. 3 inches would be how many centimeters? I'm going to let you figure that out. Okay, so then I pull it down to about 12 here on my mat. Then I go up like this. So approximately 3 inches, approximately. 3 inches on this side and 3 inches on this side. Okay? Then you pat it down so it's kind of nice and smooth, and then we take pins. Now the lady who does my sewing for me tells me that it's better if I put the pins in this way and let them that way, so that when they are sewing, they can pull these out easily. Okay, we'll pin this one up. Now, a couple things you need to watch when you're pinning this is that you for sure want these right here, that these two pieces be close together, because you're going to stitch right down here, maybe 1/4 of an inch in. And you don't want that missing, otherwise this will come out into your diaper if it's not caught on the seam. Does that make sense? Okay. Jane's shaking her head yes, so that's good. And then you turn it over, okay? And then we're going to sew right down this line also. So you can see when we get that done, that it will look like this. See, she sewed one side like this, right there, and another side over here. So that keeps this middle nice and thick for the diaper part. to catch the urine. Okay, so we're going to finish pinning this right here. Pins go outward so that the sewer can pull them through easily as she is sewing. Some of the t-shirts that you get may have printing on them. And I will show you what to do if you have printing on them. Okay, now this is ready to go to the seam, to the sewing machine. So when we get there, we're going to sew here. We're going to turn it over and we're going to sew right down here. I'm going to tell you 1/4 to 1/2 inch. And then when we get that far, then we're going to take this edge and we're going to zigzag it or serge it. Something that will hold it like this so it doesn't fray. And I will show you on my machine a couple of different things. I would hope that your machines have zigzag on them so that you can do that. This is a serge stitch, but you don't need serge. I mean, zigzag does just fine. Okay, here's a shirt that I chose in order to show you that you don't want this rough stuff on the baby's bottom. Okay, so you're going to take this t-shirt and you're going to turn it inside out, same as if it was right side out. Get it so it's kind of straight so that these seams are pretty up and down. Okay, so here you go. Now what are we going to do? We're going to put this one in particular is 16 inches. Okay, this is a ruler. You need, even if you had a yardstick, you could make that work. Something that's firm and that you can use your cutter on. Okay, so we're going to go right underneath the armpits again. So when you get done with this now, I'm going to show you what it looks like with printing on the inside. Cutting off the hem now. Yeah, it's always good if you have a little trash, something that you can put your garbage in as you go along. Okay, now when we turn this over, you can still see the print that's on the other side, but it doesn't feel rough like it would on a little baby's bottom if it was not. And you can see I didn't cut quite far enough, which really probably wouldn't be a really big deal. The lady who has the zigzag will zig right over that. Okay, one more time. We're going to bring this down to about 12, so it's about 12 inches long. Here's my 12. And then I'm going to go here about 3 inches, give or take. And then I'm going to go up like this and back like this so that it comes pretty close to the edge of this. All right, now here we go. We've got this thick piece in the middle. The thick piece in the middle. And see how these are lining up so that when I go to pin them, they're going to be caught by the sewing machine. That is kind of important. So if you think it's not all the way, then you need to just make a bigger hem. Like maybe make this a 1/2 inch if you think that's not all the way over there. Okay, so we're going to take one that's already pinned and ready to go and go to the sewing machine. Now this is one that I've already cut and pinned, and I chose white so that you can see the colors and where the lines go, so that it would be easier to understand if you have to watch this video a second time. I do know that there are some other patterns out there that simply fold it so that you have this heavy piece in the middle. I guess that's something you're going to have to decide what you want to do with the quality of the t-shirts that you have. Okay, so now we're going to make a trip. You coming, Rick?
Yeah.